All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MIE Trading Podcast, the podcast where I share my knowledge and experience on day trading psychology, strategy, risk management, and everything else that you need to know to become a better trader. My name is Brendan Murphy, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my 5-step daily routine that I do every single day to make sure that I am ready and prepared for a day of trading. Now, before I get into the topic of the video, please remember to hit that subscribe button and click the little bell to make sure that you never miss out on the latest way to improve your trading. So, with all that said and done, let's get into step number 1, which is wake up. Obviously, wake up, but wake up on time and get straight out of bed. Don't open your phone, get on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever social media you like to sit there and scroll through. It's bad for you, okay? This gives you quick hits of dopamine that you should be getting from little wins at work or day trading, that you should be getting from accomplishing something. And when you get out of bed and you go straight onto your phone getting those little hits of dopamine, you're training your body to say, why would I go to work? Why would I accomplish things to get dopamine when I can just get it from scrolling on my phone? And it sets you up for a day of low energy, low productivity, low achievement, and low performance in the markets, which is the thing that you care about. So after I wake up on time and I get straight out of bed, for those of you that are wondering, I wake up and get out of bed at 5:45 a.m. That's just the time I like to get out of bed. There's no secret, this is the time. I've tried a bunch of different times. I've tried a lot of different sleep schedules. I've tried getting up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. I've tried sleeping for 4 hours, being awake for 4, then sleeping for 4, doing this half daytime, half nighttime. I've tried the full nocturnal thing. I've tried a lot of different things. And right now, this is what seems to work for me. There's nothing secret other than it works for me, okay? I'm able to get out of bed on time. I don't feel tired. Actually, here's a little thing. I have a light, a RGB light lamp that I can set whatever color I want. And at 5:45 a.m., it automatically switches on and blasts green, which is the color of my brand, MIE Trading. And so it blasts green in the entire room. And I'm like, yeah, that time to get to work and achieve my goals, And that makes me feel good. So get out of bed. For me, that's 5:45 a.m. And I go straight into the shower. Now, some people like cold showers, some people like hot showers. Right now in Australia, it's winter and it's friggin' cold. So I'm not getting in a cold shower, okay? Usually it's a nice warm hot shower. In summer, then usually what I'll do is I'll start it off kind of hot and then I'll switch to cold, but nothing special here. Again, just have a shower, get cleaned up, make sure, you don't want to go to work all smelly and dirty and kind of messy hair, just rolling out of bed and stumbling over to the computer. It doesn't set you up well. It doesn't set you up for productivity and energy and success. It sets you up for a day of winging it in the markets, disobeying your strategy, making bad emotional trades and whatnot. So that's why I go out of bed, straight into the shower to clean myself up. Then what I do is obviously I get ready and I like to dress well, okay? You can see I'm dressed pretty all right now. I've got the gray dress pants, I've got the black shirt, my coat is over there. I like to dress well, and it's not just to show off and look good, it's because it makes me feel good, okay? If I'm in tracksuit pants and a jumper a random sweater or whatever, and I just chuck on whatever's comfiest and easiest that takes no effort, what am I saying to myself? I'm saying that I don't take any pride in the way I look. I don't have any respect for other people because, I have meetings to do with other people. What does that say to them if I'm showing up in looking, scrappy? I want to show respect for the people that I'm meeting with, talking with. I want to show some respect for myself, show some confidence, set myself up. I want to look good and be like, yeah, I look good. Let's go work. I feel better when I dress sharp. And when I feel better, I'm more productive, I work harder, and I'm more likely to achieve my goals. So that's why I think it's important to dress in something that makes you feel good. Now, if you don't do this, maybe something that you think is, what are people going to say about it? I do just throw on a tracksuit and then hop on my computer and do whatever. If I do that, what are people going to say to me when I'm all of a sudden dressing well? They're probably going to think, if they don't say anything, they're probably going to be thinking, this guy's a bit weird. Why is he doing that all of a sudden? What I did to get over that, get over it, okay? I started wearing a full suit, flipped the switch, and when people asked me why, I was honest. I said, look, I want to put some effort into what I do. I want to feel good. When I feel good, I work better. And now years down the track, they no longer go, oh, why is he dressed like that? They just go, oh yeah, he dresses like that because makes him feel good. He works better. He's got a real good thing here. So, that's cool. It's what he does. So yeah, there will be a little adjustment period where either you or other people feel that's not you. But once you stick to it, eventually it will be you, and you will realize the gains in your productivity, mindset, energy, performance, habits, and you'll get all of the benefits on it. And I really do think dressing well makes a difference. Then after I'm dressed, I eat breakfast. For me, usually that's some chicken nuggets or a bowl of cereal or some kind of shake, protein shake or something, because I like gym as well. So it's not really important. There's no magic breakfast, whatever you like, just have something. So that's my step one for my morning routine to maximize performance as a day trader. I was quite long-winded, just to wake up one time. Number two is I spend an hour working on myself. What that looks like for me is I like to spend about half an hour on Lumosity. Lumosity is a little app that I use to train my brain. Nothing special about Lumosity. It's just what I use. I've used Elevate, I've used Peak, I've used CogniFit. I've tried quite a few different ones. They're all pretty much the same. The only reason that I use Lumosity is because I can do the games on my computer and I like being on my computer. I don't like being on my phone. That's the only reason. No other magic reason. But yeah, I spend about half an hour brain games on Lumosity just to kind of have a bit of fun, get the brain warmed up, get into, do some thinking mode before I get into harder stuff. I don't want to, wake up straight away and get into very hard, cognitively challenging tasks. Start off with something easy that's also fun. Then after that, I do approximately 15 to 30 minutes of study on some kind of book. And at the moment, what I am finding is very, very helpful for me is to use Blinkist. Blinkist kind of condenses long books into very, very short, easy to read summaries, I guess, of the core content of the book. By the way, if it needed to be said, nothing in this video is sponsored. I mean, I got a little 102 subscribers. I'm not sponsored. This is just the stuff that I use. So yeah, I use Blinkist and I send the summaries of the books to my Kindle, and I have the Kindle in front of me with my notebook, and then I take notes on the key things and highlight the important stuff. I believe in physically writing notes on the things I'm learning. For me, number one, I love writing in my book. I got some nice pens. I love the way they feel when they write on the smooth paper. It brings joy to me. And when that brings joy to me, I think I'm more likely to continue taking notes, to continue learning. And so therefore, I'll learn more. And when I learn more, I can earn more. That's why I take notes. I think it does speed up the learning and making money process. So that's the second kind of half an hour of the self-development. The first half an hour, Lumosity brain games. Second half an hour, I do something a little more challenging, reading a book on something that I'm not already, familiar with, I guess. It's often investing or productivity. So I guess I'm familiar with the things, but you can always learn more, new concepts, new ideas that from people that I haven't read yet. So that's what I like to do then. Step number 3 is I update my personal finances. So I've got a spreadsheet, tracks the balances of all my accounts, tracks my net worth, how it changes over time, any debts that I have, and it shows how my net worth is evolving across all of the different accounts. If I'm wasting money, it shows how much I'm wasting, and it also shows me if I hadn't wasted money, here's where I would have likely been today. So I get all of this kind of data, just update that in my spreadsheet. That's usually like a 5 to 15 minute task, depending on how much money I spent the day before, I guess. But yeah, I do that every day so that I know where all of my money is, because I think, what gets measured gets improved. So if you're not looking at any of your bank accounts, you're spending whatever you want, whenever you want, and you're not really thinking about it or keeping track of it, chances are it's probably never going to improve. So you probably got to do something to stay on top of your personal finances if you're not already. So that's what I do. That's step 3, update my personal finances, stay on top of my spending. And then the 4th step of my morning routine to maximize day trading performance is I like to read the news. Not just any news, I like to read news that's specific to the markets. So for me, usually that means 5 to 45 minutes of news that relates to inflation, recession, government spending, stock markets, equities, commodities, anything that's related to trading or investing or markets that might influence my investments or investments that I will make. I like to stay on top of that, so there's never any surprises coming my way. So I said 5 to 45 minutes. And that usually depends on how active, how much news was released the day before. So, if it was pretty dormant, no real big news releases, maybe it'll take 5 minutes, and usually that's just reading the headlines to see the little things that happened. But then if, for example, it's a big day, maybe the inflation rate was just released, that's a big news release. The interest rates have just been updated, so that's a big thing as well. And then I'll look in other articles to see what those are likely to cause, or what caused them, what follow-on effects that might have. So basically, there's no surprises when I'm actually getting into trading. So that's step number 4. And then step number 5 is the one you've all been waiting for, day trade. Not really much to say here. At that point, I'm trading. So yeah, basically, you can kind of see how this routine sort of starts from the most general and kind of eases me in, starting more general and then kind of specifying on more trading, investing style stuff. I don't know if there's any science to that, but as I said, I wake up early, on time, dress well, set myself up for success. Then I do the general brain work. Then I do a little more, the book thing, a little more specific. Then I do the news reading, which is even more specific. And then lastly, I start trading, which is the thing that this morning routine is designed to optimize. So hopefully you find some value in that. That's just my morning routine. You can use it if you want. You can don't use it if you don't want. But for those of you that perhaps if you don't even have a morning routine, you better get one, okay? It is very important for setting yourself up for success. And I really believe that if you don't have any kind of routine that you're following, then really you are setting yourself up for failure. Failure being a relative term here. You either fail to plan, or fail to plan is planning to fail. So get yourself a plan, get something together. Yeah, I guess there's not really much more to say here. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you thought it sucked. Leave a comment on maybe what you thought of the 5 tips, or maybe if you have some separate tips, let me know in the comments, because if I can improve my morning routine, I'm all about that. If you found the video helpful, share it with a friend who might find it helpful as well. And remember, click that subscribe button for more ways to improve your trading. And then if you want to take it a step further, you can visit the website, mie.trade. I've got a bunch of tools there, education, resources that you can use to very specifically improve your trading in a fast and effective and safe way. So that's always there for those of you that want it. With all that said and done, thank you very much for watching the video. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.